Howza!
Hey, Rod here. Thanks for joining me. It's Saturday, August 8th. It's just after 8 in the morning, and it's about 35 degrees. I'm at Hezwa, right where the paved road ends and where the dirt road starts. And this is Salbukh Valley. I would call it a wadi, but on the maps it's also called a valley. It kind of makes sense. And following the map, supposedly this goes all the way to Salbukh Dam and Salbukh Village. So what I'm trying to figure out today is, how far on this dirt road can I drive? Can I drive all the way to Salbukh, for instance? Because right now the road looks pretty good. Or will I have to do a little bit of walking? As the crow flies, Salbukh is about 13 kilometers away. But because this is windy like a river or valley, I figured it's about 17 or 18 kilometers if you follow the wadi. So let's see how far we can go before I'm expecting a hike today, but I may not have to. I've been to Salbukh Dam in the last couple of days. The water is out of it, and you can actually drive from the riverbed, the dried riverbed, up close to the dam onto the road. 2 weeks ago you couldn't do that because of the water. So now, because it's the off season, it's a dry season, it should, well, it is possible, but the question is, how far down this road can you go before it becomes impassable with a four-wheel drive? We'll see. This is a nice little side wadi, if you want to call it that. This is nice out here. I've seen quite a bit of camel dung. Maybe a kilometer and a half back that way was a camel pen with a tent and a pickup truck. So some guy lives out there. It's an interesting looking tree, nice big one. Just by looking at the debris, you can tell which way the water flows. So uphill is that way from where I came from. And downhill the water flows this way. Just take a look at the way all the debris is piled up. You can tell there that it's tending. It wants to go that way. It's trapped on this side of the branches. Hi guy, how you doing? How you doing? You too, how you doing? Hey, nice day today, isn't it? Hey? camera. Well, I'm about halfway through, at least I think I'm around halfway through, 10 kilometers or so. And the road continues along the valley, but right here you can see the road. There's a road that goes up to the top. So I'm going to go up top and just take a look and get a GPS reading. I think this, from the top, it'll go all the way to Salbukh Dam along the edge. That's just a guess. We'll see when we get to the top anyway. Bit windy today. Well, I'm not really sure where this road goes because, in fact, I think I can see Salbukh way over there. And this road goes that way. So who knows? You're a cutie. Well, I made it. Well, I haven't quite made it yet, but that's the Salbukh Dam right there. And a few weeks ago, this was all full of water. The question is this solid enough to drive on? I believe it is. But I'm just gonna, I see car tracks already anyway, but I just want to confirm for myself. I think up here it's not the problem because this right here where I am now isn't where the water was a few weeks ago. I notice on my Garmin GPS map right here it's listed as an intermittent river, but not further down there. Well, just right there is where I started my pack raft trip from the other day. So this is 2 weeks ago, this was full of water. There's Salbukh Dam. I was swimming just over there a few weeks ago. Looks a lot different when there's no water in it. I think you'd have to be brave to take this route right now. Look at this. Look at how deep they sunk. I'm guessing a four-wheel drive would make that easily, but I'm not that confident at the moment. Especially when I'm by myself. Well, this is all the water that remains. And this is where I ended my pack rafting trip. Well, I discovered, as you've seen, that you can drive all the way through this wadi. My GPS says I did 19.5 kilometers. Now, as the crow flies, I measured it was around 13 kilometers, but because it's windy, plus I had this on me, so whenever I got out of the car and I wandered round, it was also keeping track of my distance and all that stuff. And the elevation here is 701 meters. So water flows from over there to over here, from Waza. I've seen it spelt different ways on, there's the sign, there's the Google Maps, there's Bing Maps, and they all spell them 3 different ways. So is it Waza? But at the moment in the shade it's 39 degrees. Well, that was a little bit different. This is the first major trip with this. This is the first off-road trip with this vehicle. And I'm still not sure of what it can take and what it can do. The parts I always got concerned with were in the riverbeds where it's sort of fine gravel and it's kind of soft. I'm always thinking I'm going to sink, and because the traction is slightly different, there's some kind of traction control on this Fortuna that goes into a traction mode and it starts making a different noise. And when I hear that noise, to me it's, oh, I'm getting stuck, when really it's just, this thing is just engaging its intelligence and driving different power ratios to different wheels. So I don't think I was at all today, there was any point where I was really in danger of getting stuck. Although I thought there were a couple of spots, but once you go over them you kind of realize that they weren't so bad. Anyway, this is the Salbukh Dam, and Salbukh village is just over the hill. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you enjoyed that. Until I see you again, be safe and take care. Bye now.